Bonjour, je m'appelle Nicolas. Comment t'appelles-tu? Sorry man, I don't speak French. Je m'appelle Nicolas. Hey look, I just got the hat and a baguette. What's happening guys? My name's Nicolas Renaud, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at how we can take speech in one language and convert it text into a completely different language. Let's take a deeper look as to what we're going to be going through. So in this video, we're first up going to start out by setting up the Watson Speech to Text service and the Watson Translator service. So these are going to be the two services that allow us to take speech in one language and convert it to text in a completely different language. What we're then going to do is take an MP3 file, first up convert that particular speech into text, and then we're going to take that baseline text and convert it into a number of different languages. So we'll take a look at how we can convert English to Greek, Hindi, and even Chinese. Now let's take a look as to how this is all going to fit together. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up our MP3 file and we're going to convert that speech to text using the Watson Speech to Text service, and this is going to give us a string that we can then start to work with. We'll then use the Watson Translator service to take that particular string and convert it into a completely different language. So by using different translation pairs, we can actually convert it into a whole range of different languages. Then last but not least, we're going to be outputting that to a text file. So if you want to take it away and do something with it, you can. Ready to do it? Let's get to it. Alrighty, so in order to get started with our speech translation, there's 4 key things that we need to do. So first up, what we need to do is authenticate and set up our speech to text and our text translator services or Watson translation services. Then what we need to do is convert that speech to text. So specifically, we're going to be working with an MP3 file, and we'll take that MP3 file and convert it to text. So the MP3 file that we're going to be working with is just called untitled.mp3, and it's me saying hello world. So if we open that up or play it,
hello world,
you can see all it's doing is just saying hello world. So again, you can sub this out with an MP3 file or a different audio file of your choice and it'll work perfectly. Then what we're going to do once we've converted that speech to text is we'll actually translate it into a bunch of different languages, and then last but not least, we're going to output that translation. So first up, let's get started. So let's import a couple of key dependencies. So specifically, the dependencies that we're going to need are the speech to text library, the language translator library, and we're also going to need to import a few key things for authentication. So let's go on ahead and do that. And again, we're going to be coding in Python. So let's kick this off and import our library. So we're just going to add 2 new cells and then import those. Okay, so those are our dependencies imported. So let's take a quick look at the code that we wrote. So the first line is basically stating from IBM Watson, import speech text v1 and language translator v3. So the speech text v1 and language translator v3 are just objects that allow us to work with those APIs a whole bunch easier. And then the next thing that we've imported is from IBM Cloud SDK core.authenticators, import IAM authenticator. So the IAM authenticator is going to allow us to authenticate against these 2 services and use our cloud services. Now the next thing that we need to do is set up a couple of key credentials for these services here. And in order to get those credentials, we actually need to go to IBM Cloud and set those up. So let's go on ahead and start doing that. So first up, let's set up a couple of key variables for those, and then we can actually go and grab them when we set up our services. So we're going to set up 4 key variables, 1 API key and 1 URL for each one of these services. So we're going to have an API key and a URL for speech to text, and an API key and a URL for our language translator service. So let's prepare those variables. Okay, so we've set up 4 variables there, and again, they're just blank strings at the moment. So the first one is LT API key, the second one is LT URL, so these are going to be for our language translator service. The second 2 are STT API key and STT URL. So these are going to be for our speech to text service up there. Now what we need to do is go on to IBM Cloud and set up those 2 services. Now, key thing to keep in mind is that all this code is going to be available, and I'll include links to everything in the description below. So if you want to grab this code and just run with it, by all means, just check the link below. It'll be in a GitHub repository that you can just pick up and kick off. Let's go to IBM Cloud and grab these details now. So if we go to cloud.ibm.com/catalog, there's a whole bunch of services here that we can work with, but we're specifically interested in speech to text and language translator. So if we go to, on the left-hand side, hit services, and then scroll on down and hit AI and machine learning, you can see there's a whole bunch of services here. Now, the ones that we really want are language translator, so this one here, and we also want speech to text, which is this one here. So let's first up select language translator. And then from here, there's a whole bunch of different plans. We're just going to select light and then hit create. And this is going to give us a URL and our API key for our language translator service that we can then just go plug into our Python variables. So to get that, once that service is set up, we just need to hit manage, copy our API key. So you can see that we've got our API key and our URL here. We can just hit copy to grab those. So we'll grab our API key first and then paste it into our LT API key variable. And then if we go back, we can grab our URL and again, paste that into our LT URL variable. Then the next two that we need to populate are STT API key and STT URL. So we're going to do a similar thing for that. We're just going to go back to the catalog, choose services again, and AI and machine learning. And then if you scroll on down to speech to text, again, we're just going to hit the light tier and hit create. And then what we can do is select manage, similar to what we did for our language translator service. And again, you're going to have your API key and your URL here. So let's grab our API key first and paste that into STT API key. And then if we go back, we're going to grab our URL so we can copy that and paste it into our STT URL variable. So those are all the variables that we need done and dusted. Now what we want to do is actually go and set up these services. So let's go on ahead and do that. So we're actually going to be creating instances of our IAM Authenticator and instances of our speech text and language translator service. So let's knock that out. So we'll first start out by creating a new language translator object inside of our Jupyter Notebook, and then we'll create one for speech to text as well. Okay, so that's our language translator service set up. So what we've gone and done there is created a LT Authenticator object, and this is just our IAM Authenticator. And to that, we've passed through our language translator API key. So this basically gives us our Authenticator object. Then what we've done is we've created a new language translator v3 object, and then we've set a couple of keyword parameters. So the first one that we've set is the version of the API that we want to be using, and in this case, just enter 2018-05-01, so that's the version that's most up to date. And then we want to pass through our authenticator object. So in this case, we've set the keyword parameter authenticator equal to LT authenticator, which is the authenticator that we set up there. Then the last thing that we've done is to our language translator service, we've gone and set our service URL. So this basically just tells us which version of the service we're using in the World Wide Web, because there's a number of different regions. Now we're going to do a similar thing for our speech to text service to set that up. All right, so that's our speech text service now set up. So again, we've done a similar thing to what we did for our language translator service. So we set up our IAM Authenticator, but this time, rather than passing through our language translator API key, we're passing through our speech to text API key. Then what we're doing is we're creating a new speech to text object, which is what we imported up here. And to that, we're setting our keyword parameter authenticator to STT authenticator, which is what we just created up there. Then to our speech to text service, we're then setting our service URL, again, similar to what we did for our language translator service. And this basically tells us what region we're hitting and where our service sits in the World Wide Web. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is actually get onto the good bit and start converting our speech to text. So this is the first phase of our speech translation. So let's go on ahead and do that. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to open up our audio file. So remember, it's called untitled.mp3. And because it's sitting in the same folder, we can access it without too much directory traversion. So we can grab that file and convert it to text using the stt.recognize method. So let's go on ahead and do that. Alrighty, and that's our speech to text done. So what we've done is, first up, we've used the standard Python functionality to open up our untitled.mp3 file, and we've temporarily stored that in a variable called f. So this basically means that our audio file is currently being referred to as a variable named f. Then what we're doing is we're using the speech-to-text.recognize method to actually go and convert that audio to text. We're passing through a bunch of keyword parameters. So the first one that we're specifying is the file that we actually want to work with. So audio is basically equal to our file name. In this case, it's called f. We're specifying the content type that we're passing through. So it's audio and MP3. And we're also specifying the language model that we want to use. So in this case, we're using the Australian model because I've got an Australian accent. If you want to use a different language model, by all means you can. I'll actually link to the video above that goes through the full speech-to-text walkthrough that actually shows you all the different language models that you can use. We've also specified continuous equals true, and then we've gone and got our result. And then what we've done is we've output our result here. So you can see that we've got our result. We've also got our transcript down here, and you can see it's converted our audio to text, and it's accurately brought out that text which says hello world, and we've got a confidence of 99. Now what we need to do is grab that particular transcript and now convert it into a different language. So we're basically going to traverse this object here. So if we wanted to, we can type in res and then results in square brackets, and this is going to give us our results array. Then again, if we wanted to traverse down one step, we can grab our initial object. So you can see we've now got a dictionary, and then we can grab our alternatives, grab the first result, because you can see this is inside of an array, and then we can grab our transcript. And that gives us our hello world result. Now we'll just store this inside of a variable called voice text. And then what we can do is take that text and pass it to our language translator service to actually go and translate it. Now the next thing that we want to do is set up a couple of key translation pairs. So these specify what language we're passing through and what language we want to translate to. So we're going to set up 3 different language pairs. And again, if you want a broader walkthrough on this, I'll link to the language translator videos, again, somewhere up there. So let's set up these pairs. So we're going to set up 3 different pairs. So we're going to set up English to Greek, English to Chinese, and English to Hindi. Okay, so we've got our 3 different language pairs. So you can see here the first language is the language we're translating from, and the second part of that is the language that we want to translate to. So in this case, if we want to translate from English to Hindi, the pair that we want to pass through is en-hi. So this is going to specify our base language and our language that we want to translate to. Now let's go on ahead and actually translate our text. Okay, so we've gone and written our translation code there. And basically what we've done is we've used our language translator service that we set up here, and we've used the translate method to go on ahead and translate our voice text variable. So to do that, we've passed through a keyword parameter. So we've set text equal to voice text. So this is the text that we want to translate. And then we've also specified our model ID, which is one of these here. And initially we've set it to Hindi, and then we've used get result to go on ahead and grab our result. Now, if we output translation, you can see that we've converted our English speech to Hindi text. And you can see the Hindi translation here. Now, if we wanted to translate it into a different language, all we need to do is change our model ID. So if we wanted to translate into traditional Chinese, I can change that. And now we're translating into Chinese. And if we wanted to translate into Greek, we can do that as well. And you can see our translation appearing inside of this translation key down here. Now we're going to set it back to Hindi. And that's the crux of the video done. So we've actually gone and grabbed our speech or our audio file, and we've converted it all the way through to a completely different language. Now what we can do, however, is actually output this to a text file. So if you wanted a full-blown transcript to work with later on, you can do that as well. So let's go on ahead and grab out this translation. So similar to what we did up here to grab our speech text result, we're going to do a similar thing down here to grab our translation result. Okay, so what we've basically gone and done is we've accessed our translation, we've then grabbed our translations key, then we've grabbed our first result and we've grabbed our translation key. So we've grabbed translations and then translation over here. So basically, if we take a look at our translation object, what we've done is we've grabbed this key, we've grabbed the first result in this array here, and then we've grabbed our translation key there. Now, if we take a look at our translated text variable, which we've set it to, you can see that we've now just got our text. And we can output this really easily just by writing it out to a text file. So let's type that up. Okay, so we've again used the standard Python with statement and the open function, and we've used the file.write function to write out our translated text to a file called result.txt. So now if we go and take a look in our folder, you can see we've got a file called result.txt, and we've successfully got our translation in there. Now again, this code is obviously focused on this untitled.mp3 file, but if you wanted to, you could sub this out with a file of your own choosing and start to convert speech to text in a completely different language until your heart's content. Now, that about wraps up this video. So we actually covered quite a fair bit. We set up our speech to text and our language translator services. We converted our speech to text. So we took our audio file and brought it down into its text equivalent. And then we converted it into a bunch of different languages. So just keep in mind, these are just 3 of the different model IDs, but there's a whole heap of combinations. Again, check the video above if you want to see a broader overview of how to use the translator services. There's a bunch of combinations that you can throw out, and then we output our result to a TXT file. And that about wraps it up. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and tick that bell so you get notified of when I release future videos. And let me know in the comments below what you've been translating. Thanks again for tuning in. Peace.